On our last episode of Wonderlust, the heist on the Overseer's Island went sideways. The honored guest was brought to the Overseer's office and revealed to be Pinch, the leader of the Street Rats and Runt's closest cousin. Runt and Blink learned of the Street Rats' cooperation with the Overseer and began plotting a way out of this situation. Within all the confusion, Blink sent an entire army down to the dungeon where Troy was controlling a single Clockwork Soldier fighting hordes of soldiers. Troy made it out on top, but not without taking the life of a trade soldier. The team, barely escaping with their lives, saved May and escaped with Big Boris. But as they shot across this frozen ocean, the effects of the cold were detrimental to Runt and her worsening condition, leaving her knocking at death's door. And now, my friends, we venture back once again into the world of Wonderlust. We open with the three of you sitting on this really cool steam sled that somehow is carrying all five of you. Or six? Yeah, technically six, with the three of you, May, Big Boris, and Pinch, all traversing across this ice at top speed. Troy, right off the bat, I need you to roll an athletics check.
Okay, here we go. Cooking it up with a 26, coming in pretty spiffy.
With a 26, you go flying by what seems like another convoy of these wonderful trade company soldiers moving to the Overseer's Island. It seems like they're moving in a hurry and clearly going to handle whatever disturbance was happening over there. But you get away scot-free and you move past. Blink, as you're resting, catching your breath, you would probably take notice of Runt, who is currently in an extremely fragile state. You see her eyes are just kind of like falling a little bit.
Yeah.
There's far less covering over her than when you showed up because Runt, you took off your jacket and gave it to one of the soldiers. And Runt, as you're laying there, you feel this cold turn to a numbing. It's not the burning in your lungs that you're used to feeling and shaking off. It's a weakening to your bones like nothing you've felt. It feels like any breath you take might be your last.
I think the first thing Blink does is like when we get away, he takes off his new jacket that he got from the Wonders Trade Company, which is probably built for this kind of cold, and puts it around Runt's shoulders, and he's gonna just say, It's gonna be all right, okay? And he twists open his little device he got from the mentor, basically his office, and he's gonna cast Enhance Ability on her actually, and I'm gonna give Runt Bear's Endurance, which gives her advantage on Constitution checks and 2d6 temp hit points.
Nice.
What does this functionally do for Runt?
I'm figuring it's more like almost like friction is causing like Runt to generate heat kind of based on just like the electricity that is coming from my little device.
All right, I feel some minor wiggling going on the tail end of the really cool sled. Is everything all chill back there?
Just keep it steady, okay? Runt isn't looking too good.
Oh shit. Can I help and can I do something to assist?
There's probably not a lot you can do at the moment while you're controlling the sled. But Big Boris kind of just leans up on you. Hey, Troy, right up there. We're coming up.
Dude, what are you even saying? Look, oh, it's right there.
And you begin to approach towards the dock. Runt, you start to feel a little more life return to you with this coat on you and this warmth kind of taking away some of that numbness, but it's still a strong feeling that you're not doing very well.
Blink just gave me painkillers, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. Looking up, you see, Blink looking over you and Pinch looking down at you, and he kind of grabs you and just like shakes you to try and get you to open your eyes a little bit. Hey, come on.
Oh,
come on.
Stop shaking me.
Okay. We gotta
get her inside. The warmth.
Okay.
Can I do a medicine check, actually?
Sure, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh, I got an 8.
It is incredibly hard to tell what's happening with her. The best you can determine is that the cold is agitating whatever sickness she has to an extreme degree.
All right, in that case, everyone off the sled. I'm gonna portage the rat.
You guys approach towards one of the docks, and Big Boar steps up off onto the little dock leading into the town.
Can I use the steam of the steam sled to somehow try and keep Runt a little, like, 1% warmer? I'll rev it. Does it rev? Mine does.
I'll say with the steam sled, the steam is so concentrated and hot that it would burn her if you tried.
Okay.
I think you'd have some experience with touching the steam every now and again and getting a little...
I fly a little close to the sun sometimes. I always get a little curious. More for me, I vape it. Let's see. All right, we better get a move on then. Look down at Runt sadly. Oh, so that's why you couldn't drink with us. At the ankle bracelet.
Pinch goes to pick you up. Runt, do you just let it happen?
Stop.
Okay, hey, look, I think we gotta get you.
I can walk.
Maybe your grandmother, the apothecary, they can do something for you.
Let's get inside.
We got a place up here. I'm not exactly an honored guest around here. Oh, I got a place. Or a fee.
Ah, fucking... Yes, okay.
Nah, that's all right. I'm just messing. You're looking for a doctor? Oh, I got just the guy.
Troy, do we trust this guy? Like, for real?
We're gonna be so out of money by the time this day's over. But Runt's not looking good. All right, dude, how much are we talking here?
Look, you pay your fee for me taking you all the way over there and back here. We're straight. Right as rain.
Well.
The doctor might take a fee, but he's right, fuck. I'll take you. This way. Whoa, hey, I don't know if we need to be trusting doctors up here. They don't take too kindly to us up here. We should go down to the apothecary. They can take care of you, Runt. Does your grandmother know about this?
Dude, who has ever said, oh, this girl looks so ill, let's throw her down a mile-long hole?
People up here been throwing us down a hole for long enough.
Well, yeah, because you keep coming up.
He just kind of looks at you.
Could I ignore Pinch for a second and just kind of like start looking through my bag, see if I have any stuff I may have taken from the apothecary to make a little brew here to help with the exhaustion? Make a little medicine?
Do you have anything with you? Or would you just be...
I'm an alchemist, so I have every single tool you can think of, really.
Oh, okay.
So I could probably use like... No, I'm not an alchemist. I'm an artificer. I have alchemist supplies, though.
Go ahead and roll medicine.
I'll use my big dice.
Oh, dude, we're so back. It is unbelievable.
I got a natural 20.
No!
Holy shit.
The first roll for the session for Runt.
You reach into the bag and you pull out some of the medicine that you remember your grandmother giving you to kind of stave off some of this.
Probably stole that shit. Probably stole it.
I'd say with this, you can get rid of 1 level of exhaustion.
Dude, that's so hype. Natural 20, let's go. Okay, I can walk now. My speed isn't that. So you guys just watch Runt groggily ignore Pinch's anxiety, nervousness, pleading, and drop and get some sort of rummage through her bag here in the on the docks and take out a bunch of vials and a few like one of those little, it was like a mortar bowl or something, I forget what it's called, but it has like the little grinder thing. And then I just take some like liquid and some different spices and like flowers and stuff, herbs, mix it all together, create this potion, and then heat it, like boil it using the gauntlet a little bit so that it's warmer. Wondrous cold power. I just drink it and then
Oh, that hit the spot.
Dude, I'll say that was crazy.
Look, the doctor's not gonna help me. The apothecaries aren't gonna help me. All right, and yes, Grandma knows, but she doesn't know I left.
How long you been sick? I wouldn't have brought you up if I knew you were... All right. Save the family spat for later. I do think we can help you. Listen, my guy's good. Give him a chance, huh?
At the very least, we need to get you in somewhere warm, okay?
Dragon's Rest is pretty warm.
I don't have time for this. We got a mission. Why is she passed out?
just points at
What happened?
I don't know. She must have seen something.
Way it looks to me. You ain't got much time left. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how to handle your business, but I'd suggest buying some more.
I mean, he's right, dude. You're in no condition to learn how to sled.
At this point, you see some of the Wonderful Trade Company guards moving towards you at the docks. Think it's best we scram.
I point back at them. I mean, I'll try and, like, de-escalate. I'm good at that.
No,
I'll
no,
point,
don't.
No, I'll keep the... Why don't I maintain the chill vibe while we make our...
Oh, excuse me, the docks are closed right now.
Oh, excuse me, the docks are more closed than you thought. Okay.
I'd stop, Troy. You gotta understand, Troy. They have a picture of your face, and they're gonna try to kill you. They want to kill you. That's like their thing right now is they want to kill you.
Who doesn't have a picture? I have a few wins.
Troy, are you trying to obscure your identity at all?
Dude, what the fuck? No.
Okay.
Should I?
Wait, who is that over there?
Troy?
Do we know a Troy?
Troy, you gotta no, for real. Like,
Do you want it? Wait,
I was
what's up, Blink?
in the overseer's office, and he has a hit. He has a hit on. There's a bounty on your head, Troy. They want money for your head.
I feel like there's a key piece of information I wish I had before I said that.
Troy? I could have sworn I knew a Troy. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Oh, tip of my tongue. Troy Hampton? Is it Hampton?
Listen, we should just get out of here. We have to get out of here right now. We have to go right now.
Blink is right. Let's move.
Oh, sorry, I said it backwards. It was Yort the whole time.
You say Yort, roll deception.
Okay. Everyone does that sometimes. They say it backwards. That's a natural 20.
Oh, Yort! Yort, is it really you?
Yeah, you're Troy, remember, dude?
How long has it been? I thought you left.
I did. And then I leave.
No, Yort, don't leave me again! What is going on right now? She starts to follow you
What the
guys.
fuck, dude? All right.
I loved you!
Did I miss some?
I think there's like some crazy Yort lore that we've all just missed.
Just leave him. He's not worth it. Oh,
Why does this feel so familiar?
one day you'll come back.
I leave, dude, but like I drop like something out of my pocket that like smells like me.
She rushes over and grabs the handkerchief. I'll hold this forever. Oh!
It smells like shit.
It smells like shit and trash.
Yort, where have you been? Why do you smell like that? You guys begin moving through Docktown past a couple of these crowds of people rushing over to a large building, almost Colosseum shaped with some dilapidated stone falling from the entrance. And everyone's moving quickly. Big Boris moves you all through the crowds. Pinch seems to be obscuring himself. Are any of you hiding yourselves?
Can I? Because there was a lot of talking going on. Blink, what were you saying is going on? You were saying that the overseer was like mad parasocial for me or something?
Not just you. It was you. It was Ripley. It was the inventor. Street Rats. It was Professor Cross.
Was that towards the top or like where did I sort of fall?
Oh God, what did he say? Something about how you're an idiot, but you had to die because you've seen stuff that can't be unseen.
Have?
And also you shit your pants and you laughed about that.
Fuck.
He's really been overseeing you.
Yeah, that was on there. He wants to kill me because I shat my pants?
I think that's part of it, yeah.
Does he know about babies? Anyway, we better keep him from finding out.
All I'm saying right now, Troy, is you might want to be a little discreet, especially around this wonderful delivery people, whatever they're called. I forget their name. Fuck.
Okay. What is discreet? Is that like a bird?
No, like be careful, stealthy, secretive. Hide yourself away in the shadows, away from the eye, the prying eye
I think I understand what you're saying.
of the overseer.
I think I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I'm not totally convinced you do, if I'm being honest with you.
I think I'm smelling what you're stepping in right now.
Oh, shit. Fuck, what? You didn't tell me.
Well, I wasn't gonna do it in my pants again. So anyway, I guess I hide.
So go ahead and roll stealth for me, and the two
Okay.
of you as well. And also tell me what is going on with May.
Yeah, I assume that she's like passed out on the sled, and we're just dragging the sled.
Dude, fucking that's a natural 20 again, but I have disadvantage, so it's an 8. That sucks. That's embarrassing.
27.
That's an 11 for me.
Oh wait, I wouldn't have got a 27 because I don't have advantage right now. Sorry, I would have got a 12.
You guys begin moving, following Big Boris through this massive crowd that seems to be gathering around that Coliseum area. And as Big Boris takes a left, the crowd kind of opens up, and a couple of soldiers will look over to you, and you see one of them looks over and says, "Excuse me, what is going on with that sled?" And he begins walking over, and immediately Pinch just looks to you, Blink, and says, "Get her to that doctor." Huh.
What? Yeah, I mean, of course. What do you?
Hey, what's going on with that face? And he goes up and slaps him in the face and runs off.
Pit!
Hey, get back here! Get back here!
It's been so long since I've met another instigator.
You see these guards rush away, and Pinch effortlessly parkours up the wall and up onto a roof and kind of leads them on a little chase. Well, that's trouble. Let's go the other way. Right in here. Within this 3-story building in the first level is a sign above that says Dragon's Rest, and there is a little logo for a dragon on it. And he opens the door and says, "Right this way." And as the door opens, Runt, you feel the warmth from inside and start to gain a little more composure.
That is good. How you feeling, little bud?
What the fuck did you just call me?
I know you're probably hearing stuff.
Warmer.
Okay, I moved somewhere else in the room.
No, I'm feeling warmer.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were playing a hide game.
I never started a game.
You guys walk into this, what seems like a little waiting area. There's a little table and a couple of chairs, and you see in a cage sitting down next to an older man is a small dragon.
Whoa!
That seems to be laying down in there. And then
Oh, like a pet?
off to the other side of the room, yes, is 2 dragons on leashes kind of lurching towards you, flying at you.
Holy shit, what the fuck are those?
You know what these are.
Right.
And the woman holding these dragons, "Oh, sorry, come on." She pulls the dragons over to her side, and they're still kind of they start spitting little bits of acid towards you, and they kind of bubble on the floor. And Big Boris moves up to the front, goes, "Oi! Is Tammy back there?" And the young boy at the front desk just kind of looks kind of scared, turns around, moves back into the back room, and then walking out is a very tall, long, red-haired woman who just kind of looks at you with her piercing green eyes extremely wide.
I wince. Reminds me of Aeon. I get scared. I hide.
You gotta hide. You using your last stealth check, dude. You just lurch down behind some cages with other dragons, and they start looking over at you.
What's she doing here?
Hello, how can I help you?
Dude, I'm sorry. Our friend's scared of women, I think. We're looking for some help.
Tammy, we're looking for some extra care. Think you can help out my friends? I can help them out. Would you like to step into my office?
Why is she talking like that?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to understand what Blink has seen in you.
It's a couple of screws loose up there. She's all right. If she can't help you, she'll guide you on the path. I've done all I can. Come and see me for my payment.
I'll get his payment out of the bag and just hand it to him there.
Oh, all right.
Exactly the amount that you wanted.
How much are you handing him?
Exactly the amount that he wanted.
Looks a little light.
Shouldn't be.
Was thinking around 3,000.
Let's try and avoid using firm numbers.
Yeah, actually, the 4 digits. I have a thing with 4-digit numbers, so I was thinking maybe a 3.
I'll give him 3,000 gold if I know how much we have.
3,000 cogs? What
cogs,
what
yeah.
was the number we were running with?
Dude, I think it was vaguely 5,000, but he totally asked for 250.
Okay.
The number he asked for, I remember this, was so far from 3,000, it's crazy.
So you give him 3,000 cogs?
You give him 3,000?
Well,
we
hold
did
on,
a whole
hold on.
heist.
No.
He did ask for 250 originally.
I think he upped it to 500 or something. but-
Yeah, it was 500 later.
Yeah.
And then it was 1,000 when you told him how much you had.
How do you go from 250 to 500 to 3,000?
Hey, I'm a businessman.
It doesn't even make sense. It's just lying.
Okay, and we're business people too. So how about we go a little lower and like maybe a midpoint between the 500 and the 3,000?
Roll
Maybe.
persuasion.
How about this? We'll do a little less. 20,000.
Sold!
We don't have 20,000 cogs.
Well, he should have thought about that before he said sold.
That's a higher number, Troy.
Troy math.
Through all this, Tammy has not moved and is just like gesturing into the doorway, looking at you.
That's just
She's
disconcerting.
freaking me out.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
Is it just me or her eyes slowly getting further apart?
Why is everyone up here fucking crazy?
Dude, what?
I rolled a 12, just 2,000. How about maybe? I don't know. Just
1,000, take it or leave it.
2,500.
what?
All you did was guide. It was Troy who drove.
How about this? Keep your cogs. Just come by and see me now and again. Maybe help me out once in a while.
Are you like lonely? Is that it? Cause
You're not supposed to say it to his face like that.
no, I mean I've done that for a lot of people. Like
No, just in need of some good help. And you lot did all right back there.
This is wildly uncharacteristic, and I think we're compromised.
Look, just keep me in mind.
yeah, sure.
I'll be seeing ya. He opens the door and kind of moves out,
Borth, wait,
looks back.
Borth.
What's that?
You seen this before?
I show him the little ankle bracelet thing that they put on me.
Oh, yeah, all the time. I show mine.
Can't say I have, but it's got that trade company logo on it, so it can't be good. I'd be careful. Means, at very least, I know they got eyes on you now, in some way or another. I gotta run. I got 500 on the emerald! And he runs out the door.
Tammy, was it?
Yes, come on right back here. I will help you. And she gestures in, and you move in, and immediately, as you step through the door, a dragon in a cage snaps at you.
What is that, dude?
These are the dragons. These are my patients. But I'm always willing to help out. Another friendly face.
He took you to a fucking vet. That's gotta be like profiling or something. I don't know.
She goes through another door, and there's a small table for you to lie on. Just come on, right in here.
Okay, if anything like gets any stranger than it already is, all right, we'll help you.
Have you ever done like medicine on like a being?
Like a person.
Of course, I've done medicine on plenty of people. Never on, one of you. She looks at Blink, and Blink, you can feel the kind of coverings like falling down. Are you not from around here?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Got a problem with it?
Yeah, you got a problem?
No, I'm extremely interested.
You're a doctor, right? He's got a condition where he's a bird.
I was born with it. Really tragic.
Roll deception.
But I am a bird.
Actually, roll persuasion. That's technically true.
You're not a bird. Natural 20.
Wait, you're a bird?
26.
I thought you were like a weird dog.
Are you serious? I flew. I flew at one point.
She opens up a cabinet and pulls out some different medical instruments and such. All right, I am going to take some blood from you.
Me? No,
No,
I'm not the sick
not
one
from
right
you,
now.
although I wouldn't mind. I'd love to.
From me?
No, can you tell me what's going on with you? She looks at you, Ron.
This is a fucking waste of time. Nobody knows.
Buddy knows.
All right, so whatever kind of test you want to run, you're not gonna find whatever it is.
Why don't you start with the symptoms? It's like a light cough, crazy attitude all the time.
That's not part of the symptoms.
Oh, what the fuck are we here for? No.
My Gam said it could be a disease in my throat, my lungs, or both. It's rare in Reclaim.
And Reclaim. Is that where you're all from?
Yeah, you probably don't even know about it. It's below your fucking city.
I mean, I'm sure it's just as nice, right? There's no
It's better.
Beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful.
no need to compare that one is better than the other.
We don't even have to compare.
You know, no city is above another, right?
Not even competition, except this one.
Yes, actually, literally above.
Well, I guess it is a nice place we're in after all. Let me just quickly. She pulls out a. What is it? A stethoscope to listen?
Yeah.
Yeah, she. Just a big breath in and a big breath out.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
That did not sound good.
You see, she like winces with every breath out, like, oh, okay,
My breath's out, get interrupted by small coughs.
okay.
Look, I'm usually a pretty shallow breather, alright? And I breathe fast.
How long has this been happening?
How long has it been since I tried to go up to the surface with Pinch and the street rats?
It has probably been in the ballpark. Oh, that's hard. I'd actually say probably around 2 months.
About less than 2 months.
Were you experiencing anything at all 2 months before?
I've been doing fine with the medicine and in Reclaim, some coughing every now and then, but I've always had a harder time since I was born. So it's really not all that different.
If this has progressed in 2 months into this, she kind of grabs your hand and holds it. I'm unsure how it will progress further along in another 2 months. She seems like she's trying to comfort you, but her eyes are just like piercing you, like really wide.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know, lady. Stop looking at me like that. Close your eyes. Blink, goddammit.
What?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
I normally work with dragons, but I have helped Boris and his people every once in a while. I've never seen anything like this.
I know.
I do think, though, there is one place you could go. Are you familiar with Inarofell, the Mountaineers? And Troy, you would be. This is just at the base of the Harrowed Mountains. You would know this is where the Mountaineers travel up into the mountains to gather Wondrous Coal.
Yeah.
They keep fairly separate from the rest of Wonder, but it is still a part of the society up here.
Scooted by there on the sled and egged it a few times. Why?
There is a healer who deals in, let's just say, stranger ailments that those in the Harrowed Mountains might contract.
How far away is it?
All you'd need to do is take the train. It's just on the way up to the college.
Mountains are pretty nipply, though. Is there any chance we could get something to help with the cold for her?
We have to wake May up and explain stuff to her, probably lie to her a little bit so that she could teach us how to sled, and then we gotta train for that, and we only have a few days.
Dude,
I
that's
mean, like,
perfect! That's perfect! We can stop by the mountains, and while we're trying to cure your incurable disease, we can practice sledding so we can win the big game. We'll be up in the mountains anyway.
You really think we can multitask? We're gonna get there, and this healer's gonna send us somewhere else.
Stop! I can't think about two things at once! Ugh.
This will never work. It'll take too long. Can't you just give me like a booster shot you give the dragons?
That feels, honestly, even for me, wildly reckless. Are you sure about that, Runt? You want a dragon booster?
I'm unsure if the Mountaineers can help you overcome this ailment, but this booster shot you're talking about, I have nothing like it here. They're the only ones who would. If you seek no attention, I'm unsure if you'll even make it to this race. I'm sorry.
Runt, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but your life takes precedent over anything else going on right now, okay?
Besides the big game, this is like the first thing we gotta worry about.
No, not besides the big game.
For once, I think the big game is a bigger priority. Every second that we waste finding this inventor, someone else could be there faster. And not to mention his other laboratory in Cogtopolis.
The enunciation is so important.
Sorry, I've been hanging out with Troy too much.
Let me break this down for you sciencely.
I don't think you can do that.
I'm going to now. Oh, my head.
Let me break this down not sciencely, okay? I'm not letting you die for some inventor I don't even really know, okay? I told myself if you were coming up here with us, your safety takes precedent over anything, all right? And I'm gonna hold myself to that. We're going up there.
Probably gonna die no matter what.
Listen, if somebody else makes it to the inventor first, we'll deal with that as it comes, okay? But if you die before that even happens, then what?
The inventor could have the knowledge and the answers to make the medicine that we need as healer. There's no guarantee.
Does that matter if you don't even make it to the race?
I will! I'll make something to buy me more time. I always have. Always. Look at this shit that's keeping me walking. Without it, I'd be rolled around, bedridden. I climbed the fucking wall. You saw it.
How much time can you buy before no one can patch you up again?
There's no guarantee that anyone can anyways.
Well, you know what? There's no guarantee that when we get out there on that really cool sled, that we're even gonna make it to the bottom. But do you know what you gotta do anyway? You gotta push down the gas. You gotta keep a hand on the throttle. And you gotta look ahead. And sometimes, if you got a faulty steam pipe, you gotta take a pit stop.
Where did that wisdom come from?
Sledding? The fuck? Anyway, I don't know what to do about your illness, though.
Listen, we have a few days before the race. We can afford to take this detour. If we go up there and there's truly nothing they can do, then we can focus our attention on the race.
Honestly, for the smartest girl in the world, you're being dumb as fuck right now. I think you know it, too.
Normally, I'd agree. If I had a normal immune system, there are a lot of people who could have been smarter than I am and reclaim we don't have the medicine or the science down there. And those ideas, that potential died with them. I know if we go on a pit stop to find medicine or healing, we might find something. They might be able to help, but it's not certain. And then, what if I don't make it because we did the pit stop? I know what is certain. Finding that inventor, giving him my ideas with this coal, not letting these militaristic ballbusters cheese their way into weapons of great power and mass destruction so that they can control our people and the people here. This science should be used to save people like me. And it might not be if I don't get there first. I don't want to die, but I'm ready to. Just not before I get there.
Okay, Blink, dude, sidebar.
Yeah.
I don't really know about all this, man. She seems like she's really in on this, like, kind of suicide mission angle.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem that way, but, like, I don't know, I'm just, like, worried, because, like, you know, her ideas don't need to die with her if she doesn't die.
That's what I'm saying, is, like, do you think there's some sort of angle here where we can be like, oh, you'd be so much smarter if you were alive?
I mean, that is actually true. She would be smarter if she was alive, because she wouldn't be thinking at all if she was dead. And, like, there's so much potential in that small package there, you know,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Like,
actually pack-a-punched.
Yeah.
Pack-a-punched.
Pack-a-punched
And so
little mouse girl, yeah.
Like, we can just be like, dude, you can fucking solve, like, you made that shit. Why the fuck are you relying on someone else? Like, you can solve that shit. You're smart as fuck.
you're like the next generation inventor.
You're the next generation.
That guy's old as fuck. That guy's ancient.
That guy's fucking dumb as shit, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking dumb as
He's
rocks.
a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. I mean, like, he got himself stuck in Coctopolis, and now everybody wants to kill him.
You wouldn't do that, dude. You would jump the fuck out with your bionic legs.
Okay, so, like, how do we approach this situation? I mean, she's like
a child and we're adults, right? Can we just, like, tell her to do it? I don't think she'd respond well to it, but, like...
No, you're right.
I mean, maybe we just fucking tired of this land and drag her there.
I mean, I'm literally not going to let her just die for the sake of this mission. I mean, like...
Yeah, I mean, you can't put fucking 2 people on a sled team. So, I mean, I'm joking about that. I genuinely do not want her to pass away. Not before she lets God into her life. So what's our angle, Blink? You're the delivery guy. How do we deliver the fucking news that she's being dumb as rocks?
Okay, she's the smartest person we know.
Okay, all right, stroke the ego, check.
Yeah, her potential is massive, but if she dies, she loses that potential.
Okay, stroke it again, check.
She should use it for herself and not for some stupid little inventor.
Okay, degrade the inventor, check.
Dying helps nobody.
Guilt trip, check.
Yeah, maybe we should go more into the guilt angle of this, like how it makes us feel.
You are a fucking genius. I'll tell you what, people up here use burn brain as an insult, dude. It should be a fucking compliment because I want whatever's firing around in that fucking noggin. You are a thrill ride of knowledge.
So have they just been whispering in this like room?
Yeah.
Runt, you're sitting here. Troy literally says blink sidebar, and they just like go and whisper. You're staring at them whispering, can probably easily hear them in this quiet like vet office. And Tammy just kind of like silently puts an arm around you and like pulls you in, like to hug you, but like a little stiff.
All right, ready? Okay, here's what we're gonna turn around.
What are you doing?
So comforting.
Okay, things are looking bad over there.
It feels like you need comforting. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, Tammy's getting involved. We should probably just like start now.
Yeah, this. I feel like this is where things start to get sidetracked. We need to cut this off because I do not want to deal with this freaky ass woman.
All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I literally heard everything you guys said.
Shit.
Well, fuck you. We didn't mean any of it.
No, we did mean all of it.
Wonderful job.
I will say, if it is her decision,
Actually, it's not. Because as the two responsible adults and custody holders,
That sounds like a little controlling, actually.
we will not abide by your decision to die.
Yeah, we'd rather you live.
So whether you like it or not, child,
Okay, maybe we're driving too hard in on this.
you are coming with us, and we are gonna get that nonsensical wheeze sorted.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go win a sledding competition.
That's right.
Was that good? Did we do good? I don't really have a good read on this.
I go for a high five with Blink. Dude, I think I want to be a father.
Blink, Troy. You fucking cheese balls.
Is that like endearing?
I get it. You want me to fight. People that get sick don't just choose to die. Especially people who are less likely to fight off diseases on their own. But these,
Holding up the gauntlets.
this is how I wanted to fight. And you're wrong. I didn't do this on my own. This is part of the inventor's knowledge. And we only scratched the surface. Look, if it'll shut you up and stop bothering me or trying to treat me like I'm helpless, I'll see this healer. But if they can't help me, and they probably can't, not again. We're going straight down that mountain and straight to Cargotopolis.
Okay.
Fine. But if they can help you, you have to listen to everything we say from now on.
No!
Fine, but if they can help you, we're gonna take all their treatment advice, and you're gonna follow it, no matter what it is.
And you're gonna take your stupid fucking pills.
And you're gonna live. You're gonna live, damn it.
Then we're not on equal footing. I'm not making a deal here. I'm compromising.
You're right. You're not making a deal. You're accepting our decision, which is what you just said.
We need to hurry.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to hurry.
Yeah.
so should I do something about her?
Who are you and what are those?
What do you even do, actually?
Oh, I mean, yeah, do you have like gummies or something that she can take?
I don't know, is there like a sticky hand toy you have? Like,
She's like gesturing down towards May, like not
oh, right.
Oh, right. Yeah, do you have like a bag?
a bat. What does she have things to carry?
No, like, yeah, actually, she has a lot of things that are like the size of her.
A body bag? Are you looking for a body bag?
Gotta take the train, dude.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I've never considered that. Do you think we can like wake her up?
I don't think it's suspicious. I mean, everyone has enough money to ski.
We could just like set her on the train and make her look asleep. I mean, surely people sleep on that stuff all the time.
She goes and looks at her. It's better if she wakes up naturally, I think, but it should be soon. Looks, she's still breathing, looks healthy, no broken bones.
Still covered in blood.
We'll just take the to-go bag then. We gotta move on. I mean, you said it, Ron.
On like a fucking natural 20, she has a human bag. I don't have a bag to put a
Do you have like a tarp?
you should go to Narofel. The only one I've talked to over there is Gray. He should be able to help you. Good luck.
Is there like baths or hoses so I can like wash her and then just give her some blankets and we can just tell people she's sleeping?
Yeah, do you have like sunglasses we can put on her so nobody sees?
Yeah, do you have like a cool suit so she can wear a cool suit and we could say she's sleeping for a big meeting?
Yeah, for a big meeting. And we'll just like kind of drag her around by the feet, on our shoulders.
I have weird deja vu, like we've done this a few times.
Listen, Boris has brought me a couple of different dilemmas before. I don't normally deal with the bodies of it all, and
She's alive. She's not dead.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't.
You're a doctor.
I'd rather not get involved.
You took the Hippocratic Oath. You have to help us.
Roll persuasion with advantage because the others are. It has clearly been extremely normalized in this room, so like.
I will use a superiority die if I need it. That's a 19.
She goes, okay, come right through here. She opens up the cabinet, it like pulls open, and in the back there is a room with like several different sharp instruments. There's like a larger cage in the back. So right back in here, she opens up a cabinet, pulls out a bag. She like lays it out next to May. Nope, wrong size. Goes over, opens up another cabinet. Here, you're gonna want to use a cloth sack.
Like she's done this so many times.
This is her real job.
If you're gonna transport her, you're gonna want to do it through the back of the train. That's where less guards will find you.
Why does she know that? Why does she know that?
She like pulls her in, zips it up. When she looks at you, you see her eyes are just like super low. Like she's narrowed and staring at you directly.
I think we might have accidentally activated some sort of sleeper mode. We probably should scoot on out of here.
She was trying to be normal when we first met her, and this is actually how she is.
Would you like any kind of tracking device, keep track of her? What are we talking
Yeah, do you have
about?
like an air tag?
No, but this here will, if you put this on someone and then you press a button, she gives you like one small little speaker thing, and then there's a little remote. It will play a loud sound.
Can we have 2 of those?
Sure. Hand them to you.
Can we have 3 of those?
No.
I'm rich.
Don't care.
Okay. We should go.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah.
If anyone asks, you were never here. There is no door behind that cabinet.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And my name is Tammy. She goes to shake your hand, Troy.
Is your name not Tammy? Okay, I shake her hand and my blood is Logford, makes it legally binding and I can never speak of this.
Oh, right. And she reaches up and grabs a hose and like sprays you all down. Don't need anyone walking in and out here covered in blood. Goodbye.
What was her deal? We're
moving.
walking out.
Keep
We're walking
moving.
out.
Keep moving.
Okay.
So you guys are heading in that direction. As you move out, you see on a bench Pinch kind of sitting around waiting, and get up and walk with you. You begin to head towards the train, and Pinch just walks in alongside you all, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible. You've got May in the bag on the sled, I assume.
Oh wait, do we have air holes in that thing?
She's fine. Alright, I unzip it a little bit.
You unzip it a little bit.
Maybe I poke a little hole so that people can't see your face.
As you unzip it, you hear a oh my god! Let me out!
Hey!
Yeah, way to keep a low profile.
Keep a low profile in there, May. You're in the bag.
What's happening? Let me out!
Let her out. Just let her out. Let her out.
We spent so much time on this bag.
She like rips it open and gets up, stands out. What the? She looks at you, Troy, for just a second. She freezes right where she is.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. Don't hurt me.
I literally saved you from 40 people so that you could teach these 2 how to steam sled. What do you mean don't hurt you?
We really need your help. Nobody else can teach us how to steam sled.
Persuasion disadvantage.
Oh, right. Killing is wrong. Okay.
While they're doing that, Pinch kind of leans in towards you, Runt. So, what's the word?
What's the word? What are you doing?
What's going on with you? You talked to a doctor?
Yeah? Why are you so concerned all of a sudden?
What do you mean, why I'm... Right. Hey, maybe it's not my place.
No, I get it from you. I'm sorry. Clearly, you know what it's like to always try to handle everything on your own.
Yeah, but I don't normally bring along assholes on my journey.
I got a 2.
She runs.
Who is it all for? Who is it all for?
Shit.
And people don't normally run from me. It's usually me running from them. Is that gonna be a problem for us?
Should I go grab her? Should I go like?
Should we even, like, fucking bother?
I mean, she's running away. What is she gonna do?
Why is she running? Why is he running away?
Why is she running? Yeah, like why is she? I mean, we didn't have her. We didn't have her in a bag. To be fair, we had her in a bag.
Oh, I'd probably be scared if you put me in a bag.
Yeah, no, that'd be pretty terrifying. That'd be pretty terrifying if I was put in a bag.
I distinctly watched her look at Troy, freeze, and then start running.
I need to go. I chase her.
You chase her?
Yeah.
Okay, roll athletics.
You, dude! You!
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
25.
Okay, so with a 25, you're able to catch up just behind her. She is in arm's reach. She is running through the city, knocking into people, trying to get away.
Why the fuck are you being such a little booger? I saved your life!
Don't hurt me! Please!
Don't hurt you. Do you hear yourself? You're being stupid. Just slow down so I can catch you!
I gotta get to the train! I gotta get to the train! Get away from me!
We're going to the train too. That's crazy!
Hey, so your asshole is chasing a girl down the street. Is that?
Yeah, I mean-
I feel like that's.
He knows her better than we do, so.
I feel like that's not what the good guys do.
Get out of the way! I'm trying to chase this woman!
I don't know what the culture is up here. Maybe it's normal.
Morality is a spectrum.
I think this is pretty clear. I think this one specifically, like there are moments, sure, there's great
I
moments.
don't know their history, Pince. I don't know why he's chasing, all right? We found them. They were both covered in blood.
He's chasing her
and
down.
Really,
Guy
it
was
could
covered
be
in
any
blood.
explanation.
Guy was covered in blood.
Okay, so maybe I should go help her. Okay, I'm gonna go help her then.
You beat me once on a sled, but I train on foot too!
All right, Blink, are you flying?
I guess so.
All right, if you're flying, you will become completely visible, but you'll be able to get to them as they are moving around people, and you'd be able to just get right to them.
Yeah, I'll fly over.
Okay, you fly over, you immediately make it over to where they are. May is going to try and dip into one of these alleyways.
It's just, you are being a hassle right now.
See, like, I don't know. I run into my fair share of trouble, Run, but I'm starting to think it follows you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even really know how to dissolve this situation, how to de-escalate.
Just let me catch you!
Are you following her into the alleyway?
Yeah!
Okay, so you follow her into this alleyway, and natural one. Once you get to the end, it completely closes off, and she like puts her back to the wall. No!
Nowhere to run, champ.
Please,
nowhere to run.
I won't tell anyone. What happened.
I slowly descend to the ground. You know, actually, it does really look like you're the villain in this situation, Troy.
I'm like slowly walking towards her, and she's in the back of an alley.
I think they just cut into an alleyway. It's a lot
Let's
of.
just watch, and if it goes south, we can run away and pretend we never know him.
I like that. I like how you're thinking. I like it. Yeah, let's just go watch. Leads you up to like a little perch, and you guys watch from like a window, just like looking down.
You still know how to steam sled?
She's like hyperventilating. And you in the
Hey,
garden.
it's gonna be okay. You're not gonna tire yourself out running anymore.
Please roll intimidation with advantage.
I say to Pinch.
He sounds pretty unhinged, but there's a person in there. Somewhere.
You sure? Cause it's like full on like freak show happening right now. And we got fucking front row seats. I'm interested. I mean, I
I
want to know.
think this is probably like pretty normal for a Nepo baby.
Really? Nepo baby. What is that?
His dad's really rich.
Ah.
What the hell? My neppy sense is tingling.
What'd you get?
Oh, 22.
I think, given the circumstances, that's enough.
Perfect.
It's gonna work. She's definitely scared. Does a 9 hit you?
No?
Okay, she runs up to punch you in the face and she misses. What happens?
No, she doesn't miss. She makes contact, and then as her fist is touching my face, I look back. Skipping out on some training, huh?
Okay, what do you want?
My face has taken countless logs and trees and sticks and ice and snow. Harder than that.
You need to shut the fuck up, dude.
I put a single hand back. Dude, this is a sledder's only conversation. May,
I'm trying to be a sledder right now, actually.
you're not one yet, though, so hush, hush, hush.
I feel like I shouldn't listen to this guy.
Shh, 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 shh. I put a single finger on his beak. May, we need your help.
With their hand still on his She's probably trembling.
With what?
I've been trying to reach you. Listen, the big game's this weekend.
What's going on with you?
What do you mean? The same thing as always. I'm trying to win.
You're in that hallway, and you...
I was trying to win, May. And you'd know better than anyone. To win, you gotta be faster than the other guy.
Troy, we gotta turn yourself in, right?
To like the secret, private, evil military, May, that like put you in, just like grabbed you and put you in jail to probably like harvest your blood.
He's actually kind of got a point. I mean, they were like kind of crazy, and did put you in jail, and they do want to kill a lot of people.
May, don't you get it? There's not any rules out there.
Wait, what did you do, Troy?
May, don't you get it? It's just like a slope.
Troy, what did
The
you...
world's sloping, May. And there's no rules on the slope.
He's talking like full supervillain right now.
We're trying to find the inventor, May.
I think he did something very illegal.
He's gonna change everything. And unless you want everyone you know to die in a flash of white-hot atomic light from the wrong guys finding those doodads he's working on, you gotta pick right now. Are you with me? Or are you against me?
Why did he smile when he said that? It's like he
I
almost
don't know. I'm not normally shaken. I'm kind of scared.
I thought I was used to it, but
I don't feel safe at the moment. I am worried.
We are like 60 feet away. We are not in the danger zone.
I feel in the danger zone just looking at him is my thing. Is just looking at him. It feels risky. And that's your friend, though?
Friend is like a strong term. Teammate,
What would you
yes.
use? Teammate? What team?
For the fucking race. Don't you know anything, Pin?
Are you getting in a race? What does it got to do with a race? We gotta find the inventor. You fucking around in some kind of race? She looks up. You're... blink. And she sees that you've kind of flew in here. You're from... Are you from Reclaim?
Yeah, wait, I am. But you know about Reclaim.
You see, she pulls off the cap that she has on her head, and you can see some smaller, like, rabbit ears that were folded down.
Yeah, we know about the little hole. So I'm gonna ask you again.
Now, that was a turn of events. I didn't expect that.
No, I'm from the Little Hole, Troy. I mean,
She looks like an ugly rat.
Hey,
What?
you look like an ugly rat. What are you talking about?
You look like an ugly rat. You
Hey,
fucking
fuck you. You want to go right now? We can make something happen. Those lungs won't be the only problem you're facing. Is that too soon? I'm sorry.
Cope, Steve.
I point out, that's fucked up.
You're like 100 pounds of dickhead. You're just a tiny little fucking asshole, aren't you?
I got some new upgrades. You want to see how they work?
I shock him.
Ah!
Electrocute him. Use the lighting launcher.
Find this inventor. I'm gonna get an upgrade on myself.
wait. You're from Reclaim?
Sorting district.
But you're up here and participating in races and beating Troy in races.
Yeah, about that.
Competing with.
No, Troy, no one's beating you, please.
No, it's fine. We just have like sort of an on and off kind of rivalry.
Look, I found a way up, okay?
I didn't mention that you were going towards the hole. Listen, Troy has been maybe saying it a little too aggressively, right? Down, boy, down!
You sure he's not from down there? What's he doing?
He has some kind of dog in him.
Yeah, he got that dog in him. I can see that.
We need your help because we need to form a team for the race, and we need to get up into the what do they call it? The Victor's area in that bar.
The airship lounge.
Airship lounge, yeah. So we can get into the clock tower, so we can go down to Cogtopolis.
You want to go down through Cogtopolis?
Exactly it.
That's literally what I've been trying to say.
I'm just saying it in like easier and like more passive and comforting tone, you know? And I'm realizing, you know, we just don't have anybody to teach us. Oh shit, Troy, you could have teach us how to sled this entire time, actually.
No, he couldn't have.
I say under my breath.
I probably wouldn't want to learn nothing from him.
Shit, I didn't even think of that though, dude.
He thinks 20,000 is a bigger number than 700. There's no fucking way.
It is. One's 2 digits and one's 7.
No, actually, you're right. Run. Never mind that. Let's leave that behind. May, we really need your help.
Okay. Let me get this straight. You were in Reclaim. And now you're looking for an inventor?
Yes, I was trying to follow you home.
That night, when I left, you followed me?
Yeah, I wanted to know, like, what sort of dirty tricks you were.
What is wrong with you?
And then he fell down the hole, and that's where he met me. Not before
Yup.
meeting up with.
Got abducted, got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And so you're just okay with what he did?
What did he do?
Yeah, these guys are with me.
The answer is probably no.
I mean, yeah, probably no, because like every time he's done something, it's actually been a little bit fucked up. But I'm starting to feel like I have a better read on him lately, and honestly, I feel like he's made like a lot of progress since we got
That's
back up
right.
here. So
I think he's improving. Unless he killed someone. Then I don't know.
that would be kind of unacceptable if he killed somebody.
We might have to put him down.
I mean, you said it.
What about the Vixens? They'll find this inventor. It'll be fine.
No, the Vixens can't be trusted with this, and also the Overseer wants to kill them. So, and also Aeon is one of my friends, and
You're friends with Aeon?
childhood friends, not really friends anymore, more like arch enemies, more like she wants to make my life a living hell.
Sort of like a fiery fling.
No.
The sparks are still there. You know?
Okay, if Holmes in danger, I'll help. Why didn't you just try and sneak into the airship lounge?
With the Troy? No way.
I didn't win. It wouldn't have been fair.
It's just a lever. We can just go up.
Wait, we could just do that the entire time?
Oh yeah, I did forget, guys. It's just a lever.
Professor Cross actually explicitly said, oh, you need to win the race to go up there.
Professor Cross is crazy. I mean, we'll face some opposition trying to go up.
Dude, I'm not going up to the airship lounge unless I fucking win the big game. That's how it goes every fucking year.
They're gonna blow up the underground if we don't find the inventor, okay?
If we don't win the big game so we can pull the lever, so we're allowed to.
Reclaim is gonna be exploded, is what he's trying to say, I think, maybe.
I mean, he's right. It'll probably be harder to get up there, but
Only winners are allowed in the winner's lounge.
Yeah, what if somebody like flips the lever back down?
I'll put it to you logically. I'm gonna start walking up.
you just like jump down because you guys were in an elevated position. Hey, I'm gonna keep watching. You do your thing.
Yeah, I say before I leave. All right, I gotta solve this. They're taking too fucking long. I'll put it to you logically, Miss May. Even if we did try to sneak up there, the chances of us getting caught are pretty high, considering it's pretty high profile, yeah? Especially with these doofuses who can't stealth all that well. If we get caught, we'll have another problem, and it'll just waste more time. But if we win the race, which we will, it'll be a free shot, and then we can roam around like we belong there, because we do.
You're probably right. And if
I
we're gonna
know.
use the airship lounge to get over there, we'll probably avoid any struggles, which is what we'd want up here. I'll help, but I don't want to kill anybody.
Okay.
We don't kill people.
Well, why, we've never killed anybody before.
What in the dungeon?
Then just don't kill anyone if you don't want to.
Are you saying somebody killed somebody?
People die
Troy!
all the time. Yes?
I knew you were. I just don't even know how to wrap my head around it. You know, I looked up to you a lot when I got up here, and now I just.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Look, everybody likes him up here. And they treat him with so much respect, and.
Really?
No, you've been gone too long.
You've got to like get back to your roots.
All it took was like a day. I feel like I gained consciousness and immediately fucked it up.
He is one of the best racers, but I never took you for a killer.
I mean, I'm a killer on the slope.
When I was down there and he saved me, but that guard, he died.
Wait, Troy, I sent like 40 people down to you because I need to
That
get
was
run.
you, dude! What the fuck? I fucking tackled him! Dude, what the fuck? They were trying to kill me, dude!
Yeah, but you're alive, aren't you? And apparently you killed them. How many of them did you kill, Troy?
They were like armed with like actual fucking. They were throwing Molotov cocktails! Why the fuck are you mad at me? You sent 40 people to take my fucking life! And you're mad!
I'm not saying anything.
You killed someone!
You're mad that I accidentally killed one, dude! I'm sorry.
No, you don't understand. I had to make a split-second decision.
40 people to kill me,
So I
dude.
said-
Explicitly, they were like, "We want you dead," and they
Listen, they said
Molotovs.
either send everything
I
up to
got
the overseer's
stabbed, dude.
office where Runt is,
Dude,
or
I got the fucking ghost surreal.
you're alive, aren't you?
I'll help you to save Reclaim. But Troy, just leave me alone.
Am I the only one grasping the moral imbalance of this situation?
Look, what they did was wrong, but I'm not gonna be involved in killing people, okay? I'm just not.
You don't have to kill people.
And I'm not gonna stand by and let you kill people.
I was literally gonna die. Also, you're fucking welcome for saving your goddamn life.
Just because you're louder doesn't mean you're right.
I'm literally right because I'm louder.
Troy, why'd you kill that guy?
Wasn't an accident, perchance?
Yeah, was it an accident? I don't know. This really does affect a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was going really fast.
And he just like happened to be in your way.
He was running away with May. It was either I make that call, or you'd probably be dead.
Oh yeah, that's not really an accident.
Do you feel any guilt? Probably not, because you believe in God.
Yeah, I don't really know how to like measure the morality of this situation. Honestly, you did kill somebody though.
I never asked you to kill someone for me.
Well, actually, no. This actually leads to a pretty important question. Is there like a culture thing here? Like maybe you kill people for fun up here? Then,
Is it illegal?
Like, is it legal? Can you do that?
What is legal? It's legal to fucking abduct rat people, dude, and put them in a fucking jail cell, because who makes the goddamn laws? So all of a sudden you're deciding your morality based on this preconceived notion of what you've been told to believe? Who's the fucking brainwashed little piece of bread? Who's the little piece of toast in society's little toaster?
She just looks over to you, Blink. Tell me what we've got to do and I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to practice steam sledding and win the race. And Professor Cross is gonna get us on a team,
What?
new team.
New team?
I don't know, something about.
Can you do that?
Yeah, probably.
Please don't go into the details of what caused this particular situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like something about shitting pants in school.
Yeah, someone shit someone's pant. I don't know.
Okay. I'll help you with that, and then I'm going home.
Yeah, it's probably for the best, actually. I do think, dangerous up here.
Why were you up here racing in the first place?
Honestly, because I love it. It's beautiful up here. Have you seen the thing in the sky?
Yeah, the white tees.
It hurts my eyes every time I look at it.
What's it? What? I look up.
Troy, you look up, you look directly into the sun, you don't really get it, but then you look around and now there's like a big circle everywhere you look.
Has that always been there?
Yeah, there's some people up here who are a little crazy, but steam sledding is awesome. And they have so much cool technology up here, the train, and I mean, for every crazy person, there's a nice person.
So it's like a 1-to-1 ratio, you think? Or like more Troys than...
I don't know if I'd call it 1-to-1, but I've met a lot of cool people.
Yeah, but the second they found out you were from Reclaim, they put you in a cell. And they make these robots that pick us up and they capture us and they throw all their shit down there. So I'm not really convinced that this place is beautiful on the inside as it might be on the out. They need some reformation.
Yeah.
You asked why I was up here. I was up here to steam sled. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll win the race, we'll get up into the airship lounge, and that's it. And I'll go home.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Yes, dude! Finally, you're speaking my language. Smokestacks on 3. I put my hand in.
Is that the hand you killed the guy with?
Wait, hold on. Pit, come here.
Oh no, I'm good up here.
No, I need to ask you a question.
You can ask it from a distance.
Is there ever a justifiable reason to kill someone?
Ooh. Hey, don't we gotta get going? What's going on here?
You gotta answer my question.
Hey, we gotta get some food in me. I'm getting hungry.
Otherwise, I'm gonna draw my own conclusions, and how will I know if they're
That's
right if it
worse.
doesn't come
That's
from an
worse.
adult?
That's worse. I am not a good role model to be asking these questions to, frankly and honestly. All I know is, as a matter of fact, as truth in the universe. If there ever was a grand truth, it's that guy is not. I guess that isn't just my perspective, but that is how I see it. Probably don't do what that guy does. Otherwise, follow your heart, follow your dreams, fucking, I don't know, shoot for the thing in the sky, do what you do, and win a race. Let's go Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I put my hand in, yeah.
Let's go, on 3.
Yeah, okay, wait, use your other hand, because, like, I'm actually a little...
Oh, sure, I can use the hand that I did it with.
Oh, no, I use the one you did... Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Smokestack!
So May begins heading over to the train.
Yeah, let's all go to the train.
You guys all pile onto the train and move past those warehouses and heading towards the college in the same way that you did before, but now keeping an eye out for this place in Arofel. You see first the Harrowed Mountains obscured in this fog, and small, like, little buildings placed moving upward around the base of the mountain, and just in a little valley is a snowy town with no higher than 1-story buildings, all kind of made of wood and the tops covered in this snow. It looks very homey around here, and it's still fairly narrow, but less so than Docktown. It's pretty open. You see less people moving in and out, and the brick pathways are lit up by different fires that keep things warmer and keep some of the ice melted on the streets. As you come to a stop, what are we doing? Are we getting off in an RFL, or are we going to keep going?
Oh, I think we agreed we were going to get off in RFL, right? Unless Run has changed her mind.
Look, cousin, why don't you go home?
Go home? What are you talking about?
You don't have to stick around for the whole race and then all the way to the journey of the Cogtopolis. The people at home need your expertise, then...
I don't know if you understand. I gotta find this inventor. We do. Home is at stake.
You know we can't let the Overseer get what the inventor has, though, right?
What do you mean?
Well, if he does that, he'll just destroy us all the same.
I mean that if I can't get this bracelet off, when we get to him, we will have to stand against that trade company.
I mean, if we're going back to the college, I have I have a friend who's pretty good at tricking those things.
I also thought, did they put a band around you too?
He checks himself again. No, I don't think so. Got nothing like that. But look, at this point, the train is about to move, and he steps off with you and just says, I'm not going home, okay? I shouldn't have ditched you. When I got back down here, I knew what the street rats was getting into. I figured it was better off if you was not involved. Nobody wants their little cousin to see him like that, backed into a corner.
Forget about it.
You are such a... Look, I got you, okay? That's it. That's the end of it.
If you want to tag along, fine. It's just, there's only like 4 spots on the team.
I'm not doing that sledding shit. I'll hang around. Be an extra set of eyes, huh? I'll keep an eye on this one.
Look, we're gonna find this inventor no matter what. So if at any point you want to split off and try and take the Overseers for a loop and misdirect them, or even go home and help people get more medicine, I got this. All right, you don't have to worry.
I'll stick with you for now. We'll see where we end up. If it becomes fortuitous for me to take a little detour, I might do so. For now, we're in this, what is this place?
Troy, you're the resident expert. You know where this place is? There's a healer here. Mountains.
Mountains.
Cool.
Let's go.
In that time, you probably would have explained to May everything that was going on, why you're going to an RFL, and she would have stayed on the train and gone back to the college. You guys get off at this little train station, and on the train tracks, there are 2 opposite trains, one on top, one on the bottom. You would have gotten off at the bottom, so there's like a little covering over top of you made of wood. It feels more natural here. When you step off, you take a breath in, and juxtaposing that harsh nature of Docktown and that sharp cold that you felt, it feels still cold but refreshing, natural while you're here, and you almost feel a sense of peace within yourself as you approach. Walking out of this small train station area, you'd see brick roads that kind of span out like a web, and the clothing is less steampunky and more like almost traditional fantasy, like a lot of just like cloaks and such, and big boots, leather, things like that.
Is there a lot of people?
Much less than you've experienced in other places, but yeah, there's a couple of people. walking by you closest is an extremely tall man with like shaggy black hair. He just kind of walks past you and gives you a little nod.
We're looking for the Mountaineers, right?
Yes, the people here are called the Mountaineers.
Oh, they're all the Okay.
And if you don't remember, Tammy told you to look for someone named Gray. You can see actually the main point of interest is a group of maybe about 7 or 8 Mountaineers just down to the left of where you're standing, down one of the roads. All of them gathered around, and you can hear like a humming coming from them. Otherwise, just general shops along the side, different, coat shops. You can see some areas for transport of wondrous coal, and just over towards the mountain is a kind of base camp. This whole place is really like a base camp, but there's specifically a little area where it's clear they traverse up.
Runt, do you need like any blankies or don't need to get too cold?
Yeah, run a blankie, maybe
I need you
maybe like a bib if you want something to
fucking
eat.
shut the fuck up.
No, whoa. That's no way to talk.
What do you mean? I was just asking you if you want a blankie.
Look,
We have like plenty of coats.
I bet they got some footy pajamas in there we could get for you. Come on.
We can get you a little snuggly.
Wrap up those little feetsies.
I was trying to be nice about it, but I'll be frank, I don't want you to be here. Fuck you.
No. What are you gonna do? Kick me out?
I don't need to be fucking babied by everyone, alright? If I'm cold, I'll figure it out.
Again, I ask, what is this place? What are we doing here?
I just call them blankies.
This is where Tammy, the doctor, said we should go if we want to help Runt.
Looking for a Gray.
Speaking of helping Runt, did we short rest on the train at least? I do still have 4 HP total.
You guys can have long rested, actually.
Whoa!
Oh, that's so hype. Oh my god.
Yeah, we need to find someone named Gray up here.
Gray?
Maybe if we all shout in different directions, he'll come running to us.
I don't know if I should be shouting up here.
Oh, cause the well, then he'll come faster. Gray! Gray, dude! Dude! Gray, dude! Dude! Gray, dude!
Troy screaming out, you catch the attention of an extremely tall man with black, shaggy hair. He looks over to you, looking for Gray, it seems.
Yeah, dude.
How'd you figure it out?
Yeah, from around here, huh?
Is this some sort of mountain psychics? Yeah, it's exactly who I was just thinking about shouting for.
He is otherwise occupied at the moment. Maybe I could help you.
Are we covered? Or are we just out? Like, are we trying to be less obvious about being demi-human from Reclaim?
You can do that, yeah. You can wrap yourselves up. It wouldn't be uncommon to wear, like, a lot of wrappings.
We were sent here looking for a healer.
Looking for a healer. Ooh.
That's the purpose of looking for Gray.
Well, Gray's not a healer, but he could probably get you to one. Oh, jeez. Okay, how about we go and wait for him, and then I'll check in, see where he's at.
Sure, cool.
Come with me.
Just let him know that like a 16-year-old girl's dying.
Oh, of course. What?
Like, that's on him. That's on him if he, takes longer than he needs to, and she's already dead when he gets there.
Just come with me, please.
Just pile it on.
He leads you all over towards that crowd. Or not really a crowd, it's just like a few people standing around, and there's a humming. And as you get closer, you can hear it's coming from them, and they're all humming together. They're standing around a wooden box. You guys approach, and this tall man just kind of shushes all of you, just please. See, he approaches and just puts a hand on Gray, and you see Gray is this much shorter, gray-haired, almost dwarf-like in appearance. He turns around to just take a look at you, and you see it's almost like a non-verbal communication between these two. And Gray steps away, and this taller man steps into where he was standing and continues that humming. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a healer. I'm dying.
Way to put it bluntly.
Well, I'm not gonna cheese you.
What ails you?
Something. Fuck. Way too much. My throat, my lungs. Blood.
Okay. Looks like you could use it, but unfortunately, I can't assist you right now.
Why not?
Fucking told y'all so. I mean, this is how it always goes. Whoa, we gotta go on a hike, carry a pig up there, get it slaughtered by the light of the, what is that ball in the sky? Cook it, bring it back. What's the quest? Oh, bountiful healer. Majestic as all. Grayer than gray. Neutral in shade.
Oh, Grey-maned one, please bestow upon us a great journey so that we may reach the destination and our pinnacle.
My father has passed.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah.
He was one of the greatest mountaineers, and it is custom to bury those high within our ranks, high atop the mountain. What you seek is an herb that will stave off whatever it is ailing you. It lies on the mountain, but I cannot take you there. I must tend to my father.
I mean, do you have like, probably don't get good service up here, so could you like print out the directions?
No non-mountaineer should dare to climb. You're from Earhart.
Yeah, I'm more of a downhill kind of guy, but up's just the same thing backwards.
That sled will do you no good on a trek up that mountain. There are creatures up there beyond your wildest imagination.
Like a dog that like breathes fire. Crazier than that?
Yes.
Is there not a healer that would already have the herb?
Who told you there was a healer?
Dude, what, like Helen, what was her name?
I mean, her name was Tammy, but she said if anybody asks.
Her name was Tammy, if anyone asked. And her name actually was well, I don't know.
Tammy. Oh, she's an old friend. Yes, she sends some of the lost here, and usually I take them on the trek up the mountain. I suppose you could call me a healer, but I have no medical means. If this need is dire, another life lost would do this world no good. I can take you to the first level of the mountain, but no further. Anything more would be too dangerous. Up there you may find some remnants of the herb. I will take you, if you will help me, to bring my father to his rightful resting place, at least that first bit of the way. I will take him from there.
I'm a little confused. So, you gotta go to the top, and it's really dangerous for a non-mountaineer. What could we even help you with on the first part of the journey up the mountain? We're not really from around here.
You see, he kind of like scratches his chin. How do I put this? The mountain exists in, let's call them layers. Each layer is home to a different, we call them realms. Almost a different world exists in that first layer.
Guys, I've heard about these dudes. I think they call them pagans.
That first realm comes with challenges to stave off any curious sort. Beyond that, I can make the trek, but it is good to bring numbers. And ultimately, it seems you are in need,
I mean, we most certainly are.
and I'd be a fool not to help. What are your names? What stresses you?
I don't remember my name. I'm trying to...
My name is Blank.
Blink, it's a pleasure.
I'm Runt.
Runt, good to meet you.
They call me Yort,
Why?
'cause I'm dying.
Because she's not that y'all.
Okay, interesting names. And you? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm an observer. Well, please, step into my home, where we might gather our strength for this journey.
He walks along the path and just, you see, he kind of whispers to one of the people surrounding what you can now see is a casket. And he leads you along the path to a almost like windmill style house. And he opens it up and you see two children come running over towards him and he picks them up in an embrace.
Okay. All right, we good? We've got some guests. This is Blink, Runt, and Yort, but she's not y'all.
Say it again. And I'm not gonna be held responsible for what happens to you.
The two little kids walk up to you guys, just kind of look at you and like hold out their hands each to shake your hand.
I dap one.
I shake.
Okay, you dap a child.
Yeah, kids make me really uncomfortable, guys.
You guys hear like zzz, and this little tiny Run sticks her fist out, and then like from the multi-tool, this tiny little hand zzz, zzz, just like pops up and then shoots out at them. Not like shoots, but like extends out, almost like one of those little toy guns where you like click it and then it like extends, and it's a smaller hand.
Oh, crap. Okay, wait. She's totally winning right now. Hey kid, wanna try my sled?
As they're shaking your hands, they say at first in unison, "Welcome to our home." And as you put that out, she goes, "Whoa! What is this thing?" Hey, what is that? Careful.
My y'all hands.
It's a little trinket. I don't know if it's safe for them to be playing with that sled, but what the hell? Have at it.
As long as they're not vaccinated, they can do whatever they want. They're cool with me.
You're gonna let them run off with the sled?
I mean, I don't want to really be like outshone to these kids, so I think I just like let them play with it, yeah.
Okay, they take the sled and they go like running out.
There's not anywhere they could go dangerous with that on this mountain, right?
He just kind of looks at you. They can handle themselves.
Okay.
This is my wife, Clarissa. She kind of walks in, looking over towards you. You can see that she's got like a belt and some tools all around, and she's like covered in like wood shavings. Oh, I didn't know we were expecting company. Gray, are these guests? Well, hello. I'm Clarissa, as you know. Can I get you all anything?
No.
Do you guys have pink lemonade?
I need some like blue raspberry, I think.
Regular lemonade works too, you just have to cover it and tell me it's pink.
I don't, I'll see what I can do. Clarissa, if you'll take care of our guests here, I'll go find some pink lemonade. He walks away. And, welcome to our home. I assume you'll all be staying the night here?
Yeah, I guess.
If we have to, I mean,
like we kind of just want to go grab this herb and like.
Yeah, I mean, guys, do you think we could just like? There's only one layer up. You said we could probably just do that, right?
Oh, you're looking to climb on your own.
Like maybe.
I truly wouldn't.
Well, what could possibly be up there that's so dangerous?
If Gray plans to take you up there, it's better that he just shows you. It truly is a magical place, but many, when we first discovered it, were lost. And it is our job as mountaineers to make sure that no one disturbs the natural order of the mountain. Just as we have a lush and beautiful ecosystem here and a society of our own, they have the same up there. What us mountaineers do is a give and take with the mountain. Letting just anyone go up would be a mistake.
It's kind of like how we let you guys, we give you guys our trash and you take it.
Sorry?
These guys. Oh, do you know about the hole? Oh, I don't know. It's a whole thing.
No, I don't know about the hole.
Don't worry, my friend is what you might call, stupid. So he just kind of like imagines things and then says them out loud without thinking.
I'm a visionary.
That's another word. He likes to use that one. Don't worry, he doesn't have any feelings to hurt.
All right, well, let me just show you to your rooms. Just up here, as she reaches up, uses her hammer to pull down a ladder. She kind of jumps up and falls down with it. Right this way. She climbs up. As you're climbing up, Troy, you go up last, and Gray walks out. I got a pink drink.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I take it and I go up to my room. I take a sip. What does it taste like?
Like water. Like it just doesn't taste like anything. It's really confusing.
I throw up.
You throw up, and then you immediately look up out the window, and you see out back there is a herd of goats. One of them is pink.
I take the cup again. I keep drinking.
She leads you up to a set of rooms, and you are in this small, like, cottage-like area, each with a separate room. Inside feels much bigger than it looks from the outside. And you each have your own space. And she says, if you need anything, I'm sure Gray will be happy to help you. Don't hesitate to take a look around.
Thank you so much.
And Gray says,
Yeah, we'll head off in the morning.
Hey, is that a pink goat outside?
Yeah.
I guess they just had to like prepare the body, to be transported.
I can't sleep in a bed this small, guys. Can we push them together?
It's a king size. What are you talking about?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes, we'll leave in the morning. I need time to prepare our gear and prepare my father's body for the trek.
Is there like maybe a safety guide or something we can like watch in advance, or like any tips and tricks?
Yeah, like, do you have an infographic or?
Well, the biggest thing to know when moving up the mountain is don't always believe what you see. There's an influence, perhaps from the herbs or the... Honestly, I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's a powerful force exists up there. It may cloud your senses in a way. The one thing to remember is don't trust that. Seems that bed worked just fine for him.
So it did. Yeah, I mean, it sounds concerning. What are you saying, though?
Respect the mountain.
It's okay. I'll keep that in mind.
And if I can help you with anything else, please.
he moves down.
I mean, personally, I'm worn out.
What do we just wait? What are we doing?
Runt, do you have anything? Troy's asleep.
Just so like as diagonal as possible.
Fully taking me back to bed.
This guy knows the mountain way better than I ever would. If he says we have to wait, then it is what it is. I told you I'd try this. I knew it'd be a waste of time. We're here.
We don't know that yet. We
Already wasting my time.
I know we had to wait a day, but like maybe we can be proactive. Maybe we can go find those kids with the sled and start like trying to learn on our own. It can't be that hard, right?
That sounds like a good idea. Sorry, I was pretending to be asleep so that he would stop talking.
Kind of fucked.
We be like slightly proactive about it, yeah.
What if we like go check it out like a little bit, and that way we kind of know what's gonna, happen? Because this gray guy seems kind of like old, and probably can't trust him.
Well, I don't know about going up without him. He said, I mean, you were pretending to be asleep at the time, but he did say to respect the mountain, and
Oh, I didn't hear that because I was pretending to be asleep.
yeah, I figured you were pretending to be asleep at the time, so you didn't actually understand anything he said.
Yeah, dude, it was like I blinked and I was pretending to be asleep, and then I like opened my eyes again. All of a sudden, I wasn't pretending anymore.
Ain't you from up here? Aren't you supposed to know?
I've never heard about like this, and I mean, I don't know. My dad used to have like, he said he used to be like a bit. He had a hippie phase. Maybe this is like kind of where they all are. I mean, they go up this weird mountain and they have this weird herb that they say makes them see shit. Like, dude, these people are probably fucking crazy.
Oh, you think they're crazy?
Yeah.
All right, I might take their crazy over your crazy. Let's just get that out there.
I'm just a normal human dude.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, I mean, I'm literally just like a guy who happens to have a lot of skills and a lot of money. I'm not like an owl or a mouse or a rat or a flower or like a mountain guy. But no, they never tell us about any of this stuff. I didn't even know the train ran to this place.
Given that, I think it might be best for us to wait for the expert before we go up, yeah.
Well, maybe in that time you can brief me on how, I don't know, you ended up here anyway?
I built a rocket.
Of course you did, motherfucker.
I'm gonna just like enter one of the rooms or whatever, wherever we're staying, and then dump out a ton of stuff inside of the bag and just start going through a lot of the treasure we found and probably any other kind of like if we've got any books. And then I'm just gonna start tinkering with stuff for the rest of the day while we wait on it to end, and then probably fall asleep in the little workstation.
Okay.
I stay awake until I am reunited with my sled.
Towards the end of the day, they would, you'd see them out the window coming back to the house with the sled, but they don't bring it up to you necessarily.
Okay, go down. How was that? Was that fun? Was that cooler
Oh
than
my
like...
god, it was so fun!
That was way cooler than that like stupid hand that other
I
person...
pressed a button and we went so fast.
There's a button?
Yeah, it's a really cool sled.
Alright. Now you get it. Give it back. I take it. I run away.
You run away. Sure.
That was the best I've ever done with kids. I just do not know how to talk to them.
I've got nothing, I think. Yeah, Blink is just... Maybe he's journaling, man.
Oh, that's cool. That's like a healthy habit.
Yeah.
What would he be writing in the journal?
Today I found out that Troy killed somebody. Really trying to parse my feelings on this matter and how moral it was. On one hand,
That's cool, Blink. I'm journaling too.
what are you journaling about?
Just looks like a Slender page. It's like
Oh, that's cool. You do drawings in your journal.
yeah. What are you writing about?
That's a little personal, don't you think? I mean,
On one hand, you weren't finished.
oh well. I just don't know if I feel comfortable continuing the thought with looking
Oh, that's
over
okay.
my
I can keep drawing. How
How many of those pages you got?
Oh, I'm on number 7, but once I reach 8, I'm gonna hide them in the woods and chase down people to find them.
Runt, as you finish up your day of tinkering and you lay down to go to sleep, that nagging feeling within you keeps your eyes open. You find yourself looking down to the bracelet on your leg, and you can feel a humming coming from within it. A similar one to any other times you felt wondrous coal inside of something.
When I was tinkering all day, could I have been spending the day trying to figure out how this thing secures itself and works?
Yes. Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okay. 11.
It feels impossible to figure out what this thing might be. But you know, at very least, that with it they can always find you. They know where you are. And with it comes an expectation. You must deliver the inventor.
Well, what? They gonna kill me?
Maybe not you, but there might not be a home to go back to if you don't. And as you all head off to bed,
Oh, I don't have it. Shit. Wait.
Dude, who even are you?
How's it gonna?
Shit.
How does it end?
Shit.
I
Hang
can't
on.
leave until you
Hang
drop
on.
the watch.
I can't leave until you do it. You have to
Hang
drop
on.
the
can't
watch,
move.
dude.
Hang on.
It's like I'm like
Hang on.
experiencing sleep paralysis.
What is happening?
Please, Bisley,
scared.
please let me
I'm scared.
free.
and with that, my friends, our time together is up. And once again, the episode ends and brings you back here to me. I don't got a face cam on today because I didn't feel like it, but we got to shout out the patrons over at patreon.com/justrowwithit. So let's get a big shout out to Cage, Blakeney, Liam Osborne, the one who has finally come. Just call me retro. I keep forgetting to. You got to put the just call me retro like at the beginning because I'm just gonna forget every time. Micah Klein, Shakosik, Boxfish, Cry Says Sunny Stinks, The Mega Bat Echo, Leaky Lacure, Swirly is a confirmed guest on JRWI, Basic Blur, Avi E, Cinnabunny 03, The Fallen Vines, Blue Alien Fox, Lord of Cheese, Pink Tucky, M4500N. Is that supposed to say Mason? M4500N? Is that like M4, as in the 4 is an A, the 5 is an S, and then the 2 zeros are O's? That's crazy. Should I just be saying Mason? Anyways, Fungus Knight, Era the King, the Rubik's Cuber, Canonical JRWI Jesus, he is risen. Viper Hypnotic, Icky Clover, Al Major, Type 2 Diabetes, Kingdom Games, Void Essence, Rock Stonson, Hayes Roper, GBS Child, Gillian's Rich Cousin Billion, Heck of a Gecko, Stinky Man, I'm Just a Burb, Cranky Martin, Goose, Camden Finn, Lightning Deathbringer, Gresgor, Cheesus, It's Albert, Insomnia Draws, Xenon Scythe, Agar Steeljaw, Limb Muncher, Morbius, Mr. Anderson 1078, Oliver Lolly, Aaron Moment, Alistair Susie, Broderick Motif, Falugash, Constantinople, Misty Butterfly, that one person, Aldrich, Itzafena, Mr. C, Archibald was the Overseer's ex-left hand. Dude, you know the truth. You know the truth. It wasn't true until right now. Now it's fucking true. Archibald has lore. He has, okay, we're almost done filming the campaign. He has not come up again. Sif, The Game Hunter, Teeny Ghosts, It's C Fresh, Me Forever Mate, Sarizaku, Charlie Darling Songbird, Eclipse 1680 Gaming, The Oval Lord, Bazozo, Quinn Gibson, Catus Betis, Epic Chris, Motor Musker, Leftover Rice, You Will Rue the Day, Humburger, Mr. Unpredictable, what's he gonna do next? I don't fucking know. That's why he has the name, damn it. Jonathan Bleak, Luke Pierce, Thomas Pierce, The Loot Goblin, Lemon Leviathan, Beebness,
Dapper, Unstable Chaotic Cracker, Brand Nyan, Bree Lee, Daxy Boy, Vapor, O'Kerberos, Floofle Boo, I'm Butt Flusting, Beans, Curbwin, Wolfie, Pippin the Vagabond, Tane Lambert the Snazziest, Sweet Cacti, Baka 7, Cows the Folded Pizza Zone, The Awesome Man, F-Bomb 02, Amber Curry, Robert Gangor, Shrimps as Bugs, that's true, Jordan Darlin, Dr. Rat Bastard, Abby Caton Elliott, Sarah Lester, Mr. Nacho, Wild James, Sammy Bo the Second, Funny Dog, Finrua, Mitchell Iverson, Ballscope, Narwhal Shellfish, Derpy Trick, Zero Codex, Deathclaw, Sandy 007, William Smith, Apple, Soul of a Pet, Big Man Christian, Blue Blend Blop, Elise the Washed Up Bard, Zerberish, Elvish Cyborg, Obligatory References, Cryosonic Sin, Spinyax, E. Jacob Martinez, Kirby Wafro, Bionicle D&D, Jason the Fricker, Gillian's Biggest Fan, The Godly King, Cornier Comet, Sorcerer Punk, Charm of the Bard, Kitsune, Nonzalato, Asteria Nix, George Benji, JRWI Enjoyer, and Divinator. God, I keep wanting to say Jay Newell. Things have fucking changed around here, man. I'll never be the same. Anyway, if you want your name shouted out at the end of a Just Roll With It episode, go over to patreon.com/justrollwithit, or keep your fucking ears peeled for the next few weeks. That's a little teaser for you, a little teaser trailer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all the support. Hope you're liking Wonderlust. Hope you're wondering, hope you're lusting. Well, that's an unfortunate naming of the show. Because when you separate. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye. I never know how to fucking end these things. Jesus.